Hello, good morning, guys. Welcome to the Liverpool FC Journal. I'm going to be James. This is your Liverpool news update after a victory in the San Siro. I don't think many people were actually truly projecting Liverpool to go to Italy, to Milan, to the San Siro to play one of the top teams in the Champions League this season and win. And look, I think there's some fans who are downplaying this result. I think there's some fans who didn't actually want Liverpool to win, and that is honestly what I found last night. There was actually found myself arguing with some people on social media on X who genuinely thought we were playing badly, genuinely wanted us to lose that game last night just to suit their agenda. The people I'd talk about, those members of Salah FC, the ones who think that Mo Salah is bigger than our football club. Guys, look, any fan that wants their team to lose just to suit their agenda so that their favourite player looks like he is right and someone else is wrong is just not a fan. You know, go and support Everton, go and support Manchester United. Absolutely ridiculous. 100% ridiculous to want your team to lose. I don't get it. Look, I don't particularly think that Arne Slot should still be in a job. I think he should have been sacked a long time ago. You know, whatever you think, as I said on the videos, I've said on multiple videos, I'm not pro Salah, I'm not pro Slot. I actually think they both should go. I think Mo Salah is grossly unprofessional, despite what some fans will, and I'm fed up of arguing with Salah FC. I think the worshipping of an idol is pathetic from some fans, and they've lost track of what's important. That's Liverpool Football Club, not Mo Salah, not anyone else. It is absolutely ridiculous. It is just beyond a joke now. It really is. But look, let's think about obviously last night's performance. Liverpool winning 1-0 in the San Siro, up to 8th place in the Champions League table now. Yes, obviously there are teams still to play tonight, but look, it was a better performance. I think that is the biggest thing for me. It was a better display from Liverpool last night. The team obviously that the manager named put both strikers into the team, which was good to see. But Alisson, Gomez, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Jones, Isak, and Ekitike was the team last night. And honestly thought they looked better. They looked more balanced. They worked hard. They were solid defensively. Yes, Alisson had to pull off a couple of good saves, but that's Alisson's job. I actually thought Konate played quite well last night. I thought Virgil played quite well last night. I thought the whole back four did very well last night, and I thought when Conor Bradley came on, he was excellent as well. Obviously, Conor Bradley is suspended for the weekend against Brighton. I thought the midfield worked exceptionally well. I thought that Dom Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones were absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Look, I know this again won't suit a lot of so-called Liverpool fans, but I thought Curtis Jones was absolutely brilliant. I thought the way he controlled the ball, used the ball, very attacking at times. There was one moment in the first half where he goes on a little bit of a run, has a shot, unlucky not to score. Great. I think he was fantastic. He played really, really well. I thought Ekitike was good as well. I thought Alexander Isak was okay, but not great. He still seems to be lacking a lot of fitness. And I think one of the biggest things for me was when Florian Wirtz came on, he actually changed the game. He actually, I think, changed the tempo a little bit. His passing was clever. He played very well indeed. So I think, and I think also the other point was the away fans, the real Liverpool fans, got right behind the team, got behind the manager, and supported the club. And that's the main thing. No matter what you think, whether you're slot in, slot out, whether you think Mo Salah is God, which some of you seem to think he is, at the end of the day, you support the club. That's what you do. You get behind the club. So look, it was a good result, a very good result against a very good team. Now, there's obviously a couple of talking points from the game last night. The disallowed Ibrahima Konate goal. Look, in the Premier League, there's no way that gets disallowed. In Europe, unfortunately, them's the rules. It wasn't a handball. It bounces off his arm and goes onto, obviously, Konate to head into the back of the net. Inter Milan, who I thought were pathetic last night in terms of the way they conducted themselves, round the referee, crying, rolling around at the slightest touch. It was pathetic. It really genuinely was pathetic. But look, that goal gets given in the Premier League, but unfortunately it gets ruled out in Europe. That's what happens in Europe. On the goal on the penalty incident, look, Premier League doesn't get given. Europe, it gets given. Look, and away fans and opposition fans and Inter fans and everyone can cry ass about it. And I've already seen some come, it's the only way Liverpool can win these days by cheating. Well, no, it's not cheating, is it? That's what happens in Europe. And a lot of these clubs, Man United fans who are not playing in Europe this season, might be worth noting. That's what happens in Europe. Unfortunately, it probably wasn't a penalty. I'll give you that. But in Europe, it's a penalty. That's just how it works. So look, deal with it. Szoboszlai took the penalty exceptionally well, got the goal, and Liverpool go on to win the game, and deservedly go on to win the game. I thought they were the better side on the night against, like I said, a very good Inter Milan team. And to see some Liverpool fans online saying, "Oh, we were boring, we were rubbish, we were awful," but that it's just because it doesn't suit their narrative. It doesn't suit the narrative of Salah FC for the game to win. They wanted Liverpool to go out there last night and get absolutely smashed by Inter Milan. That's what they wanted, and for me, fans that do that of their own team are just pathetic. They're absolute sad, pathetic little losers who need to get themselves a life. And there'll be some fans tonight who'll be crying because we won, because they didn't want us to win, because they want us to lose. It suits their slot out narrative, their slot out, get Salah back narrative. But the fact of the matter was we played better without Mo Salah last night. We won the game. We were unbeaten in 4. Yes, not great unbeaten in 4, but yes, but last night's result was a good result, and it's something to build on. Now, obviously, this could all come crashing down on Saturday against Brighton if we lose, but the positive is that they won in the San Siro. They played well. They played as a team. They stuck together, and I think they played for the manager last night. I think one thing Mo Salah's comments may have done is brought the squad closer together to say, well, actually, do you know what, Mo? You were a little bit out of order to say that, and you shouldn't have thrown the club under the bus. And actually, we're going to pull together for the manager now. I don't know. Maybe. It could be a possibility. I might be wrong. I often am. But that's what it looked like tonight, that they actually pulled together for the manager. They really did. They worked hard for the manager. And like I said, it could all come crashing down against Brighton. That's the way it is. But guys, look, a good result, a positive result. We need to build on this now. We need to take this forward. Similar sort of shape and formation. I thought the team played well. I still think we're lacking in a lot of areas. There's talking obviously of us going for wingers in January. That seems to be one of the rumours going around this morning. But look, let me know your thoughts on last night's performances and what Liverpool going forward. Thanks for watching the Liverpool FC Journal. If you've enjoyed the content, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one.